social media does not mean you change your personal compass. And Richard mentioned a Huffington Post article I wrote, and the title was Common Sense of Social Media. And that article is about this slide. And what we say is, you are responsible for your words. If you speak on behalf of your company or your organization, or you speak for yourself, you own your words. They are yours and yours alone. You chose them, you put them out there, you get to accept accountability and responsibility for how they're received, how they're interpreted, and the unintended consequences of that reception. We also say, abide by the rules. And in this instance, what we mean by rules in the Cisco parlance is, we do have a code of business conduct. We do have information security policies. We do expect our intellectual property to stay inside and not go outside. We don't expect you to talk about our customers in your social media engagement. We do expect you to identify yourself as working for Cisco if you talk about Cisco, or if you talk about the technology that Cisco's engaged in. Kind of makes sense. Be mindful. And what we mean by be mindful is, there will be people and individuals who have an alternate point of view. We all know the email flame wars of years gone by. Well, now they've moved over to Twitter. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I love to watch people auger right in Twitter as they go back and forth at each other. But what we're saying to our employees is, be mindful of an alternative point of view. And unless they're being profane and vulgar, put it out there. Let it stand. Just because they have a different point of view than you do on a topic doesn't mean they're wrong. It means they have a different point of view. And be respectful. Everyone's opinion counts. And if somebody took the time to read your blog, especially if you're blogging from within our corporate infrastructure outward to our customers and those of interest, be respectful that when they take the time to put an opinion about your thoughts, that's an honor. There's a lot of stuff out there to read. They found yours of interest, and they found yours of sufficient interest that they commented on it, even if they told you were full of donkey dust. They put a comment on it, and they came back and said what they thought about it. And be yourself. If you write as if it's an auto-write machine, no one will be there. You have to allow some of your personality to come in. You have to speak in a tone that will have a broader acceptance. Those of you who are in the room and can see, I do wear boots, I have a belt buckle, I ride horses. Horses and horse analogies filter their way into my writing. Why? Because that's my life. Don't try to hide it. And be honest. There's nothing worse than fudging stats, massaging the story to fit your discussion point. And sometimes people make honest mistakes. Honest people go back and say, you know what, I was wrong here, now I'd like to correct that, and I'm here. That's totally acceptable. Sometimes people are wrong. I don't tell my children that. And add value. If you're not adding value, why are you there? Okay? If you're just regurgitating other people's work, then what is the value? Define that value. Perhaps it is the consolidation of other people's work so that other people don't have to do the search and research. That might be your value statement. But have value in your compass. And so this is how we speak to our employees about how we expect them to engage in social media. So what it takes to do it right. How you choose to engage, how you secure your intellectual property, how you secure your network that your employees are on while they're engaged in social media, and how you control your online presence. So in the enterprise, we use our Code of Business Conduct, that's what COBC stands for, as our enveloping document for which we expect our employees to adhere. It's very straightforward. We don't allow the disclosure of proprietary information or customer information. We don't allow it in an email. We wouldn't allow it in my presentation today. We wouldn't allow it in articles that people write. We don't expect it to occur in the social media mix either. Avoid making sure that you're following applicable policies, that you're not putting out personal identifying information of our customers, our colleagues, making sure that you're not putting out our marketing information ahead of the embargo date. All of those are matters in which we expect our code of business conduct to be the driving force behind. Oops, I've got one more here. Let me make sure. I told you I wasn't a technologist. All right. So we went so far as to create a social media handbook. And in our handbook, we talk very specifically about blogs that are internal and blogs that are external. And so that I'm clear, we do have an infrastructure internal to Cisco only within our intranet that has all the tools and capabilities that the extranet provides.